In the spirit of wintertime, we're going to start off some firemaking grinding in the Winter Tot minigame. So, we throw together a janky gear setup with a Halloween jumper, a fire staff, clue hunter, gloves, and boots, and of course our cloak. From what I understand, we just need 4 warm clothing items to get the best protection for the minigame. So even though I look like a dummy, it should be good enough. I haven't done this activity before, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I've heard good things, so with all that said, we take a ship to Great Corend. Once we land, we'll make our way through this spooky crystal-filled town, carrying with us a tinderbox, a hammer, a knife, a hatchet, steel for now, and some cakes for healing. I really like the look of the area here with the bats and wizards and everything, and we eventually make our way to the frozen wasteland up to the minigame area. I don't really know what I'm doing aside from watching a short YouTube video of someone explaining the very basic aspects of the minigame. But over the course of the first 3 to 5 rounds, I basically figured out how to time everything and how much cake to hold. And after 23 rounds, I ran out of cakes from my time thieving in the cake stalls. Over the course of the first 23 runs, I looted a bunch of fish, ores, gems, herbs, and some gold, and a tome of fire with some burnt pages to load into it. Apparently this is a relatively rare drop, so that's pretty exciting, and I'll hold on to that for now in the bank until I can equip it later on. I ended up heading back to Draenor to buy a bunch of wine to use instead of cake, since it's so cheap and heals better than cake per click. And when I have a decent stack after world hopping a bunch of times, I head back to do more Winter Tot. It also seems that I finally found a place in-game where the people are having conversations and being cringe, as you would expect. So I'm very happy to see, F's in the chat when someone dies, people arguing about who is a bigger loser in real life, genies following people around saying, "Hello, Master Little Peepee Man," and all kinds of hilarious antics. When you stick around long enough, you yourself get infected by the Winter Tot syndrome and find yourself saying, "Why Fletch?" every hour or so and kind of joining in on the trolling. Good times here, and even though it's very mind-numbing, it's probably the most fun activity I've done so far in-game on this character, just based on the funny conversations alone. By the 50th run or so, I looted a pyromancer garb as well as a brumatorch, so I ended up swapping out my Halloween shirt and my fire staff for those two instead. So we get one step closer to looking exactly like everyone else inside the minigame. By the 159th run, I got some warm gloves, and by the 189th run, I got the robe and some duplicate torches. So yeah, I ended up deciding to stay here for quite a while, running the minigame over and over again as I watched my firemaking get up through the 60s and into the 70s, thinking that I'd just stay here until I couldn't take it anymore. Seeing other people looting phoenix pets and running around with dragon axes made me want to kind of stick around for as long as possible. So we ended up staying for 652 runs through the minigame and getting firemaking up to 99, woodcutting up to 67, fletching up to 65, and construction up to 41. All of this brings the total level up to 862. I'm also pretty sure this is the first time I've ever hit 99 in a skill in this game. I don't really remember maxing anything back in the day around 2001 through 2005, so it definitely feels good to accomplish that. I run over to Sears Village to buy the firemaking cape and hood, and then we'll take a quick look at my bank to see just how much loot we gathered. So we were able to gather all of this stuff. Not really sure if anything is super interesting, so I'll be keeping everything banked for future use, as I'm sure the herbs and seeds will come in handy. We actually have 3 tomes, a crap load of burnt pages inside a tome, and a bunch more loose pages. We have 3 full sets of the pyromancer gear, a bunch of stuff to cook, some saltpeter, dynamite, all kinds of logs, ores, a nice chunk of gems to cut, and then we also still have just over 1 million gold after spending 90k on the firemaking cape. So yeah, my brain is thoroughly fried after spending the better part of a month grinding this one aspect of the game, and only ever leaving the area to buy more wine. At this point, I basically don't remember how to even play the game or what I was doing in the first place, so I'll probably ease back in with some quests or something in the meantime. Yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to sub to the channel to stay in the loop on my Ironman playthrough. See ya.